Hey and welcome to this video. I'm Josh from the channel Untraveled Roads, and this is the 8th week of my bikepacking adventure through Europe.
7 weeks ago I started the for me longest and most intense adventure I've made so far, cycling across Europe. In the previous weeks I experienced storms, cycled few thousand kilometers and conquered a few mountains already. I learned about my abilities and my limitations, and I grew beyond them. After having cycled the complete coast of Croatia in the last few weeks, I will finally leave Croatia this week and head to the next country. Before reaching the border, although, there are more experiences and memories to be made.
First fresh happenings. After that we'll continue and so on.
In week 7 of my adventure, I arrived in a small town near the sea called Ragusa. My journey so far led me from Austria to Hungary and Slovakia towards Slovenia, and from Slovenia I went all the way through Croatia. For this week I will head to King's Landing, the city Dubrovnik, before crossing the border to Montenegro, the first country on this tour outside of the EU. But Croatia won't let me go that easy. There is still a lot of elevation waiting for me, although before leaving today I need to mount new tires on my bike. The last ones look pretty abused after a few thousand kilometers.
So this is actually the first time in my life that I'm changing a tire. Just need to put the tube back and then it should be good to go. I'm very optimistic. Look at this, it's mounted, everything fits and perfect again. It's actually completely black, which I like a bit more. It's beautiful. And I just thought, if this whole YouTube thing doesn't work out, I will open a bike shop. At the end of this tour, I think I will be a bike pro. Let's do the background. Really rocky mistake, I guess. While changing the tube, putting the tube back, I accidentally broke it and my reserve or the spare tubes, they don't fit. Another rocky mistake. So I'm trying to patch this one now, and it's a quite big hole that I made. I hope it holds and I can fix it. Otherwise I need to walk 40 kilometers somewhere to get a tube. Very rocky mistake. Maybe I need more practice before I make the bike shop. Definitely need more practice before I open the bike store. I realized I mounted the front tire in the wrong direction, so I had to disable it, mount it again. More difficult than expected, with more troubles, but I managed it, and yeah, I'm ready to go.
Way later than expected, I was back on the road. But hey, at least next time changing tires I will be way faster. Today I will need to climb some cliffs, but the effort will be rewarded with some amazing views.
This ride is so beautiful. On these cliffs, the views are crazy. Amazing. I'm really also looking forward for Montenegro. Even though it will be very tough, it will be really interesting because a lot of elevation, high mountains, and yeah, really looking forward also seeing a new country again.
Look out across the ocean, look out. Those sailing ships will take you anywhere you want to go. Past the horizon, beyond the skyline, so why stay? You don't know. Breathe in, fill your lungs up, breathe in. The salty air come from afar, inviting.
It was so nice. I was standing there at this viewpoint, and this Dutch couple came to me. They have like a van, and a bit older, and they asked me where I'm going, and we talked a little bit, and they are so cool. I think they were 72. They seem so young, and then they told me where they were going with their van. We went to Pakistan, China, and had the craziest story. I think we were talking now half an hour. It was really nice. I think traveling just keeps young. It's, I don't know. I can't believe they were 72, not maybe 50 or something. Crazy. That's a nice thing sometimes on travels. You just unexpectedly can talk with people and get to know some people. And yeah, even if you don't expect it, there's always some people.
Slowly but steady, the sun got lower. Time for a last water resupply and getting dinner. My beloved noodles with pesto. Of course, not without making new friends and also getting them some goodies. In the last weeks, my body adjusted to live with the sun. If the sun gets lower, it's time to find a camp spot to hang my hammock with the last light. If the sun disappears, time to cook. As soon as it's completely dark, time to sleep. On a tour like this with many unknowns, different impressions, the sun is the most reliable constant. A comforting routine.
Good morning. I had a fabulous night, really rested, and now I'm searching for a bike shop. I will buy some reserve cubes, this time the right ones, and yeah, then hit the road and continuing for today. Beautiful day, beautiful location, and I think it will be a really nice ride today.
The farther I go to the end of Croatia, the more different the landscape gets, especially here with the harsh cliffs. By crossing the entire country, I got the chance to see the diversity of Croatia. Okay, actually not only from Croatia, but from all countries I passed so far. I guess this is what makes bikepacking so special.
First 12 kilometers are finished and I'm still searching for a supermarket. I need some water and also something to eat. The route is really beautiful. It goes along these huge cliffs. For today the plan is to go to a ferry. I want to avoid going to Bosnia and Herzegovina because I don't want to make border controls and everything. And right now the only possibility to go from the land side from Croatia to the area where Dubrovnik is over this peninsula. And what I want to achieve is today actually taking the ferry, so I have it done. And then tomorrow I can just bike along the peninsula. Actually, from what I saw, there's now a new bridge which was opened a few days ago, but I didn't find anything on Google yet, and also I don't know if you can bike there or not, so I will not do it. But yeah, if you ever do it, let me know how the bridge is.
Said bridge was really only open 2 days before I recorded this. With the bridge, the semi-enclave is now connected to the rest of the country. Only option before was going through Bosnia and Herzegovina, or how I do it, with the ferry.
Making a small break, got some fresh water, and again consuming plastic. But yeah, I have I think 13 kilometers left till the ferry. But the ferry at 4 I will not catch, so I need to take the next one at 6, which is a little bit annoying, but it is what it is. I have no stress. As long as I arrive today on the other side, I'm fine.
Biking in Croatia is definitely a good training for my legs, and I guess an excellent preparation for upcoming mountains. Every day in the last week is really full of elevation, and I can feel how my body and muscles get used to it and improve.
I arrived at the port. It's now almost 5, so I need to wait 1.5 hours. But I'm here, I will get the tickets, and let's hope everything works out.
Arrived on the other side, it was time for buying dinner, making camp, making some noodles and going to bed. Fairly tired from the day, I think I fell asleep immediately.
Good morning. Actually, quite nice night. It was very interesting. There were some jackals on this island, and yeah, it was the whole night. Quite long in the night, they were screaming.
really nice. And eventually one came to my hammock and stole my trash, which is not nice for the environment, but I didn't expect that a jackal would take my trash. But really nice night. And now a quick swim, and then we'll go in the city or into a small village, get some breakfast and some water. And then today we have a very intense day. I think kilometer wise it's only in total until the end of Croatia only 270 kilometers, but still more than 3,000 meters of elevation left. So every day a lot of elevation, and today should be intense. But at least I'm rested. I slept actually quite good.
A swim, a coffee, some breakfast, and another swim later, it got time to start biking.
Do you see this big mountain ahead? This I need to climb. I'm not motivated at all today. 300 meters of elevation and crazy percent of incline. Lots of fun. Up and up and up and up and up and up. I'm going slowly up here. It's tough, it's already really hot, especially here there's no breeze from the sea. It's terrible, but the view is really nice. The view is amazing. I will walk this part up, it's too much. I think it's 14% of incline. It's hot. Let's go. From your junk mail long ago, it's time. I'm sorry, I only trust about 3 people. Anyway, one of them. My apologies if I managed to hurt your fragile ego. Like I said, I'm the worst. I'm sorry, but you know what I'm not. Oh, I made it. I am on top. That was something.
Shortly after the incline, it was time to make another big incline. If there would not have been a little surprise waiting.
So this is life. Instead of going over this mountain, I just go through it. There's a tunnel. Oh, I'm so happy about this right now.
On the other side of the tunnel, amazing cliffs and a really beautiful view waited for me. Despite having still a lot of elevation and despite the heat of 37 degrees, it was one of the most beautiful rides on this tour. With all these incredible views, the time, or shall I say the kilometers, flew by. My plan was to make camp near the city of stone, another big highlight for me on this tour, because the city is surrounded by the walls of stone, a series of defensive stone walls. These walls were more than 7 kilometers long and already constructed in 1358. Seeing it was magical for me and a perfect ending of this amazing day. Plan today was to reach Dubrovnik and to get there a shower and to clean my clothes. Till there, although, it will be a long day. The street that I am taking right now has way more traffic lately due to the new open bridge. Luckily, I was able to exchange the street to more elevation. Still better than the traffic, if you ask me.
And up the mountain, another hill. There will be a lot today. And I think I need to make 8 kilometers, something like this, until a town with a supermarket to get new water and also a breakfast.
Instead of reckless drivers, I got another obstacle that blocked the street. After sneaking by the cows, I decided to escape the midday heat, make a break and have a coffee.
I made a bit of break, planned a route, and made now the route planning till Tirana in Albania. So really looking forward to this actually. Really curious about the traffic, I was reading a bit and I'm slightly concerned. But yeah, for now let's go to Montenegro and conquer the mountain there, which will be really challenging. But yeah, it's now almost 4 o'clock, so it should in theory be a bit fresher, but actually it's not. I don't know, I don't feel any difference. Anyways, I decided to not go on the mountain here because I don't see much of a value. I will go on the main street and hope the traffic is more or less okay. Should be fine. And it's 30 kilometers till Dubrovnik, and I'm really looking forward washing the clothes. I cannot stand it anymore. Everything smells and everything is sweaty and dirty and full of salt. But yeah, the one thing that slightly concerns me about Albania right now is also the weather situation. So it's around, a little bit less than 40 degrees. So I guess the biking will be very challenging. The good news that I'm really looking forward is at night there's a big temperature drop. So it's around 18 degrees usually at night. And this is perfect for me, especially if I sleep outside. My biggest struggle is the heat during the night. So yeah, 18 degrees, it's perfect. Could be even colder, that would be nicer, but 18 degrees is already good for me to sleep.
I'm back on the street. Let's see how it's gonna be so far. Only 2 cars passed me. Let's see. It's hot. I have the feeling this brake didn't help anything. Still burning. Ay. Alrighty, I am bombing through like nothing. It's really easy to make speed, but it's also the adrenaline kick of my life. A lot of traffic, but as I said, it actually makes also fun because I'm so pumped with adrenaline. It's also perfect for making speed. And like now, there's a break of cars. Normally they come in bulk, so almost never a car alone. It's always like 4, 5, 6 cars, and in between there's a bit of break. Oh, I can't wait to arrive in Dubrovnik. I made actually really good progress. It's very scary, but somehow, I don't know, it makes also fun. I don't know. I got some fresh water, and this is now today already 7 liters of water that I consume. With some ice cream. So yeah, I'm curious how long it will take. I think it's around 20 kilometers more, something like that, so should not be too bad. I really would like to make a swim today, but I'm not sure if it's somewhere there possible. I need to check the map. Oh, it's hot, it's cool.
Many cars and some kilometers later I was able to see in the distance Dubrovnik. Eventually I saw the city sign and arrived. A big and probably the last milestone before leaving Croatia. And I was really excited for a shower. Only problem, my accommodation was on top of a narrow street, but I guess a good upper body workout. Dubrovnik, also known in the past as Ragusa, but more famous lately as King's Landing from the Game of Thrones series. The city welcomes every year thousands of tourists, all coming to see the old town and the beautiful fortress that surrounds it. I was really excited to have the chance to stroll through the city, especially after reading its history. Every corner was waiting with a different story. After walking for some time though, I felt a bit out of place. It was like the constant buzz of restaurants and souvenir shops that have stolen a bit the soul of the city. The life of a bikepacker also means you never really stay long in one place, so time to leave Dubrovnik again. Actually, I should be today already in Montenegro, but I decided to stay one more day in Croatia to make exciting things like this: getting a new hard drive and a new bike tube. Funny side story, I got both of them in the same store. The rest of the day I will spend with editing the current video in a town closer to the border. And today finally I will go for a swim. I arrived, and I think that's the earliest time of arrival that I ever had in the accommodation since I started this tour. Very nice. So it's now 2 o'clock. I have actually 3 o'clock, but I have now a few more hours to cut. I will try to finish the whole video. And yeah, this is the last night and the last evening in Croatia. Tomorrow we will be in Montenegro. It will be a very, very intense day tomorrow, very long. I think it's around 90 kilometers only, but also a lot of elevation, more than 1,000. So yeah, it will be difficult and very tough, and the weather is also crazy tomorrow. It's tomorrow 36 degrees again, 34 to 36. But yeah, at least the next country on the checklist, and after being so long in Croatia, I'm actually really looking forward to leave, and simply also getting this feeling that I make progress, because if you stay in this country for so long, you feel like you don't really make progress. But I made more than 1,000 kilometers. I will look later at the data and the statistics, because I'm really curious how many kilometers I made actually. I think the majority of all the kilometers of this tour were actually made here in Croatia, rather than the way to Croatia. But I will update you later. Now I will work a bit, go swimming, work a bit, go swimming, work a bit, and speak later. The last evening in Croatia, last evening before crossing the border to Montenegro, and actually was checking a bit the statistics. Since I started and since I left from Vienna, I made 2,290 kilometers and 19,590 meters of elevation. And the majority of this elevation was actually done in Croatia. I made 12,000, almost 13,000 meters of elevation just here in Croatia. As I was looking into the data, looking into the numbers, I was then checking how much is actually left, and I have less than half left, both elevation and distance wise, to Istanbul and then again back to Vienna. And I don't know, it's very weird. It gives a very, at one hand it's really nice, it's I wouldn't say proud, but it's like achievement that I made, but it's also very strange that I think that like half of the time is done, and then what comes after, and how do you continue after a tour like this? It's yeah, interesting. I have absolutely no idea, especially also because of this tour I basically got homeless. It's very surreal that tour is half over. Still very looking forward for the other half, don't get me wrong. It's also a great achievement. I'm
very happy having made it that far, and also really looking forward now after Croatia, going to Montenegro, going to Albania, and also discovering different cultures.
I need to admit, that night was really hard for me to fall asleep. But mornings come whether you sleep or not, so it became time to finally go to Montenegro.
I think I have 15 kilometers left till the border, and I guess Croatia says goodbye on its own way. There are another few hundred meters of elevation left, crazy steep incline. I think in this last 800 meters I made almost 150 meters of elevation, and it's going just farther up and up. Well, that's a nice way to say goodbye from Croatia. So let's go to Montenegro. I am at the border crossing to leave Croatia, and there's a traffic jam. There are thousands of cars. I don't know how many hours it's gonna take me. It will be really horrible. But let's hope at least that it goes easy. I really hope they don't check like every bag or anything. It will be really annoying. Let's hope. Maybe they pass me through because of my bike or something. That would be even cooler.
Already after a few minutes of waiting, a Croatian border officer came to me to tell me I should just bypass the cars. While riding by all the people waiting, I felt a little bit bad, but eventually a lot of people honked as encouragement and cheered, and suddenly I stood before the Montenegrin border check. And I made it. I arrived in country number 6, Montenegro. Fully motivated to reach the goal for today, the inevitable happened.
First crash happened. I went between broken concrete and lost the balance and fell. And I checked the bike a bit. It seems nothing bad happened. And the problem is it's a carbon frame, so you cannot really tell if it's damaged. That's worrying. But I guess at least the color would be scratched a little bit. I don't see any scratch marks with the color. So I guess it just fell on the handle, on the bags, and so on. I hope at least. So yeah, I have no option now anyway, so I will continue and inspect later a bit more. Yeah. Unpleasant.
After some inspections on the bike, I continued. It was important that I bike further, near a town called Kotor, where then nearby I will make my camp. Because the next day I need to climb their big mountain. Despite the fact that it started to get dark, and me still getting used to Montenegrin drivers, the country presented itself from its best side. That was episode 8 of my bikepacking adventures through Europe. In episode 9 I will go all the way through Montenegro and reach Albania. It's a week full of emotions and also positive but also strange experiences, and I can't wait to share it with you. So if you don't want to miss that out, make sure to subscribe to my channel. And as always, if you like this episode, give us a thumbs up. That supports me but also shows me that you like the episode. Thank you so much for watching. See you next week for a new adventure. Ciao, ciao.
Watch me sway, darkness falls and we all pray, hoping for the light of day, down to the